Footy highlights for Vic Super. Vic Super's conscious investment option. Super that makes a difference.
Matthew Wright comes in and he's a dead-eyed dick.
Curnow knocks it into the Lamb Park. He spun out of trouble. Snap around the body for a goal. Cruiser from 35, dead in front. Holds its line. They're in front.
Howlett found some space, kicked the goal.
So Heppel, he took a little off the kick, but he hit it so sweetly, it's a goal.
Silvani's hardly got anyone in front of him. Ball to the centre, has a bounce, reaches 50, has another, cuts it to 30 metres and kicks a goal.
35 out, Charlie Curnow, slide angle, on its way. It holds its line for a goal, and the Blues are in front. Welcome back, 3AW Football. Good finish coming up, a beauty. Carlton 9-5-59, Essendon 7-14-56. 14 scoring shots to 21. It doesn't matter, the Blues have got a 3-point margin at the moment. The game grinding down to a predictable win in Canberra with the Giants. We'll have a second posse all sewn up in around 10 minutes' time. It's 96-55 there, but all the interest is here. Jimmy Bartell, Lee Matthews, find a stat that says Carlton deserve to be in front. All for Canterbury Timber Windows at windowsanddoors.build.
Well, they've basically kept Essendon to 7 goals from 41 entries, so that part of the ground they've been really strong. Literally, it's inaccuracy. They've had 21 scoring shots. That part's not a bad efficiency, but just at the moment, they've kicked the 9 goals, 5 goals that quarter. They're a 10-goal team, Carlton. If they can get to 12 goals, it's going to be hard to beat.
We start the final quarter for Donnies. Donnies good, and Carlton away from the start. They lead by 3 points.
Lovely clean takeaway. Murphy, a hand pass to Pickett, a high ball to the 50. Bombers have it covered, although a little uncomfortably, and Kerridge is able to see it over the boundary line. So there'll be a throw in 75 from the Blues goal. Essendon have kicked just 2 goals since quarter time, and Carlton lead by 3 points. This is a huge half hour for Essendon's 2017 campaign. Lose this and you can't see them playing in the finals. They don't deserve to if they can't win this. From the throw in, Zaharakis has taken it the wrong way, gives to Hurley, standing start, kicks and hopes, high ball, doesn't reach the wing, lands and bounces any old way. Picked up for Essendon by Stewart, got it to Collier, well tackled and smothered. Gibbs has got it for Carlton. Quick kick forward is marked by Murphy. He wastes no time, he goes on. He kicks to the top of the goal square, made a bit of a mess of it. Gleeson for Essendon, gang tackle, got rid of it. Hartley saw it over the scoreline in desperation. And Carlton lead by 4 points, 60-56 on the Don Footy Frank scoreboard. Maybe an omen for the Bombers.
Yeah. I wonder whether Mark Murphy just changed his mind at the last then, Jim, as he's running into goal. As Hurley kicks in, I thought Heppel was taken high. It's one of those ones, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, I thought him running inside 50, 40 metres out, got balance, and he's got the skill and the composure to finish. I'd back him to kick it most times out or not.
Minute and a half gone, Don scoreboard. The fantastic footy Franks. Great to have him as part of 3AW football. Tossed in. Carlton by 4 points. They're at half forward. Bagley's got it. Gets to Merritt at half back to Zaharakis, to Tip and Moody, over the top to Bell Chambers, to Tip and Moody. He has a bounce, he's tackled, he's gone. Fantastic chase. You wouldn't Pickett, again, just stayed with him. Gets the chase, 20 up the ground, the pass is good, and Lamb's got it for Carlton between wing and half forward to the city end, and they lead by 4 points.
He goes for Cruz's lead, and the big man takes the mark. He's been an important presence for Carlton in a game in which his participation was in doubt. He goes top of the goal square. Charlie Curnow might have crashed into someone's back there. No free kick, it seems. Bombers come away with it anyway. Hurley out of the back pocket. Runs into a wall and has to roost it high, hoping for Hooker. One grab, couldn't mark. Controls it though. He's got it. He gives a hand pass to the speedy Collier, who runs forward, has a bounce, steers it cleverly with the left to Stewart, who was a bit too conscious of the opposition. He's got it at ground level, but he's taken to ground. He's given no time at all, and there'll be a free kick Carlton's way. That looks tough to me. Carlton's ball between halfback and wing. The Blues lead by 4 points, 3 minutes in.
Yep, 9-6-60 to 7-14-56. Carlton by 4 points. There's a little stop in play.
Classic heads in the tackling and taking on Mark Murphy might have gone a little bit worse. He's okay. He's got a bit of a belt in the face.
Now there's a man free on the southern side. Armfield's got to get it over to him. Oh, and then an unconvincing kick's going to fall safely just for the moment. There's a lot of holding taking place. Free kick to Lamb of Carlton. He's gone on. Casbolt to take the mark. They all stop, and Casbolt's got it for the Blues, Jim. 25 out dead in front.
Well, Carlton have certainly started this last quarter up and about. And the last 5 inside 50s, and they're just winning the crucial one-on-ones at the moment.
Winning the contest there, where clearances are 30-20 at three-quarter time, so they're certainly in those neutral ball situations they're coming up with it, led by Gibbs and Murphy, who have been their main clearance players, and Cruiser himself as a ruckman.
50,000 people here, 25,000 pairs of eyes are shut from the Blues' point of view as Casbolt from 25 goals. Open your eyes, he kicked it. 10-6-66 the Blues, 7-14-56 the Bombers. On the Don's Footy Frank scoreboard, his Don is good. And Levi's afternoon, his first goal comes at a crucial time lead. 10 points is Carlton's margin.
But I think they're pretty comfortable now. I must say, we've all sort of come to expect 2017 version of Casbolt. He's been pretty accurate. So I think they're quite relaxed when he's having a shot from 20 metres out. Last year, they would have been actually shaking in their boots.
Essendon are going to put some pace back on the game, but by foot. They're actually going one kick, one handball, 146 kicks to 146 handballs. They have to take it forward more with kicking, actually take some yards.
Levi Casbolt's 100th career goal. Look out, Richo and Lloydie. Here he comes. From the ball up. Gibbs over the footy for Carlton. Merritt's got hold of him. It will be an Essendon takeaway, perhaps. Merritt, a hand pass to Goddard to Zaharakis as they work it backwards now to McKenna, who's speedy, but he's well corralled by Kerridge. Hand pass to Goddard, back to Merritt. Forced wide. Carlton's defence has been outstanding. Heppel marks this out on the southern wing. Comes inboard, swings it long. Danaher in front takes the mark. He said this one doesn't have Sharon written on it. It has Danaher. And I'm going to make it mine, and he's marked it 49 metres out.
It was a nice one. He had the front position, and he just read it better than Jones. Jones was ready to jump with him, but by the time Danaher took off, his hands were going to be a long way up when he met the ball at its highest point.
Bombers desperate for a goal here. They needed momentum. Danaher from outside 50. Big, long, high, handsome kick, and he delivers in their moment of most dire need. Carlton 10-6-66, Essendon 8-14-62 on the Don Footy Frank scoreboard. 6 minutes in. Jimmy Bartell.
Well, that's what we were asking for. Merritt took the ball forward to Heppel. Heppel marked the ball, swung around, and they can go long to a contest, Essendon, because they got those really big forwards. Danaher, 200 centimetres. Hooker, Stewart, they're actually a lot bigger in their front half. That's how you can play with speed, but by kicking the ball with speed. So wheel and go, take the ball forward, take the ground and play it in your half.
He extends the lead in the Coleman. 3 today takes him to 56. But it is more important to keep Essendon's season alive. They trail by 4 points, the Bombers. Back in the middle of the ground, Bell Chambers, the tap. The Origin is a free by the non-officiating umpire. And it's going to go to Daisy Thomas, middle of the ground. The old legs kick it as far as they can. A lot of holding. Hurley got there first, fisted away, didn't find the boundary line. Smets there, handball, Silvani, Fisher. Back to Smets against the boundary line. Sidesteps from 55 metres. Sent us to a very dangerous point of the game. Casbolt should have marked at his feet. Dip and Woody clears the danger for Essendon. 2-on-2 battle, neutral territory. Jones gets there first in front of Danaher. Grabbed high. Free kick Carlton. As he just a little snaky route that time. Danaher committed, Jim. High contact, free kick, Liam Jones on the southern wing.
Yeah, free kick was there. He had him caught, Danaher, just sloppy tackle.
Hand pass to Boakhorst, kick into the 50, but little Waller, McDonald, Tip and Woody filling the gaps down the back right now, takes a mark. Chip short to Merritt, who kicks off the side of his boot, and it could let the Blues in. It's almost gone sideways. Thomas, the first man there. Ambrose with him, gives him a shove, and then sees the ball over the line for a throw-in. 60 around on Carlton's right half-forward flank. The Blues lead by 4 points. 10-6-66 to 8-14-62. 8 minutes gone in the final term.
All for Don's footy, Franks. Carlton have it in there, attacking half 55 out. Cruz with a fresh air shot. Thomas riding alongside him, kicks to full forward. Hurley had it, lost at 25 out. Carlton into attack. Pickett through 1, through 2. Broke a tackle, gave it back to Bokhurst from 45. Standing start. It's going on, but wide and one behind. 10-7-67 the Blues. 8-14-62 the Bombers. And Lee, we're 9 minutes, Ray White clock in the final quarter.
Yeah, it certainly could go either way. I just mentioned Joe Watson a couple of times. Looks like he's playing mainly as a permanent forward, very little in the midfield.
Ball brought in long. Heppel and Watson are both there. Bokhurst, though, did well for Carlton. Got it to Thomas. Hand pass to Gibbs. Long ball, long ball. Has gone through for a goal. Silvani had to go out of the air. I don't think it was required. Gibbs has kicked the goal. A pancake parlour goal of the day.
Lovely.
And the Blues lead by 11 points. 11-7-73 to 8-14-62. 9 minutes gone. Up in Canberra for Vodafone. GWS by 35. And they've only got about 3.5 minutes left.
I'm impressed with Gibbs today. He started off with the Myers matchup. Myers kept him out of the play mostly. Didn't get much of the ball in the first quarter, but he's fought his way through the tag and he's had a really good second and third quarters. Good around the stoppages, so it's a real feather, I reckon, when you've got a player sitting on you and you can actually work your way through that and become a really good player. So Gibbs has done that today.
He's been terrific. 11 points as Carlton's lead. Essendon to come back, middle of the ground. High contact. Essendon free kick. Merritt to take it. 73-62. Carlton leads. Merritt again. Plenty of it today. As he waits for someone to present. He has to go short and wide to the wing, northern side. Parrish of the Bombers has it. Able to go on and kick it toward half forward. Hooker just a bit bigger that time. Well-weighted kick. Meant Wiedering could not get any fist anywhere near it. But with Cale Hooker, well, these are probably the ones you expect him to miss, and he roars through. He's going to kick from 48 metres, 45-degree angle from the northern side to the punt road end. He doesn't wait. Wants to go through it, runs into it quickly. Then he slowed it up at the last. Will it carry? I don't think it will. No, it doesn't. Casbolt working hard in defence, gets the fist there, concedes the behind. And it's now a 10-point game Carlton's way, 73-63. Don Footy Franks bringing you the final quarter, Tim. 11 minutes gone, final quarter. Kate Simpson to bring it back in for the Blues.
Bombers, you'd think, playing for their season. Simpson kicks it long. Out over the 50, all Essendon. Hooker, uncontested, sits it up to nobody. Awful placement. It's fisted by the Carlton defence to the boundary. There'll be a throw-in, 25 around from the left behind post. Essendon deep in attack. Trailing by 10 points. Carlton 11-7. The Bombers 8-15. 11 minutes gone.
Friendly fire on Plowman. I reckon he caught one in the snout then. And I don't care whether you're a champion footballer or just Joe Average. God, does that hurt. Ball's tossed in. 35 around. Essendon into attack. Casbolt defensively. Handball out the back to Murphy, then to Gibbs. Right on defensive 50. Looping handball over the top to Fisher, who just stepped out of bounds very safely. It means, Jim, we get another stoppage, but at least the Blues are brought away from the goal. The result is when it's thrown in, it's still 65 around from Essendon's goal.
Yes, Plowman copping a nice little crow peck there from Wiedering. But Joe Watson, predominantly forward. Only the one kick today and the 6 handballs.
Carlton by 10 points. Essendon at half forward. Gibbs tried to get it to Casbolt. Great strength, gets to Murphy. Handball to Thomas. They can go back to Gibbs, who just torpedoes one to sort of wing and half forward. Coming through Bagley, takes the mark, plays on quickly. Goes to Zaharakis, end to Goddard. Sees a man free at half forward. He's going to miss though. Coming through Marchbank's got it now. He can't go quickly, although he sees Simpson peeling off middle of the ground. He's got it to Simpson. He can give a handball in, and Petreski-Seaton's got it.
Oh, danger here for Essendon. He has Silvani loose, and he hits him with the pass. 30 out, straight in front. And a chance for Carlton to stretch the lead to almost 3 goals. And it is almost impossible, I would have to say, to imagine Essendon clawing back from there at their current rate of progress.
The half-back line turnover, Goddard came forward, but it got intercepted. I think it was Marchbank or Plowman. But then once they were out, the defence isn't set up to cover those turnovers, so Carlton took the ball the length of the field.
Silvani seems to have the famous family ice in his veins. He comes in And no sooner do you say that than he misses.
Global warming.
The margin 11 points. Carlton 74, Essendon 63.
It's 11 points instead of 16, and you'd back him to kick at that time, Jim. So Essendon still hang on.
Yeah, he's normally a pretty sound shot for goal, but great composure from Petreski-Seaton coming through the middle of the ground to find him.
Myers kicks to himself, runs a few metres. Casbolt on the wing's got support. Simpson magnificent. Got it to Curnow, squares the ball. It's in a dangerous position now. A chance for Petreski-Seaton. Round the body, he misses. And one behind results, 11-9-75 the Blues, and even 12 points in front of Essendon, 8-15-63 for Elmore Oil. Doc Larkins.
Yeah, not Elmore Oil up the nose of Lockie Plowman, but they will be trying to stop the bleeding. He did get that big hit, come off under the blood rule, and he'll be back soon.
Bagley, a long ball, out over the 50, roved by Watson, didn't want to go forward. Backwards to Zaharakis, out wide now to Heppel, right on the wing, Members side, a steering pass, didn't hit a target, Doherty attacked it, towed the ball to the boundary, has the Bombers appealing for a Fred Flintstone, but they won't get it. There'll be a throw-in on the wing. The Bombers need at least 3 scores to win this match, and they're going at snail's pace. 14 minutes gone, Carlton 75, Essendon 63.
There's a hold, I think it's going to go Essendon's way on the wing, it does, so Heppel to lift the team. Jim, who do you fancy at the moment? Carlton by 12 points.
Oh, Carlton at the moment, they just look more organised.
So the kick to Wootering and Hooker. The Blues are going to win at Armfield. Got it quickly then to Simpson. Handball almost turned over. It's half forward Essendon. 55 metres out. The ball is not coming out, Lee. We get a stoppage with Essendon into attack.
Now they're fighting hard, Carlton. Certainly it doesn't matter really what the recent form's been like or what's happened for the whole season. The fact is this game is in the balance. The team in front, they're always the team to beat.
Don's Footy Frank scoreboard. Carlton by 12 points, 75-63. Toe poked by Danaher, only as far as Simpson. Coming back in a moment, kicked hurriedly, and Gleeson's got the footy on the wing for the Bombers.
Real test of Essendon's mettle here. They've lost games that they should have won, and they've got to try and pluck this one that they probably don't deserve to win. And Gleeson's kick is chopped off by Liam Jones, who has produced another excellent performance down the back. Danaher's had moments, particularly early on, but Jones has had more of them. Gibbs clears for Carlton, and he finds Cruiser, who takes a mark clear of the defence of 50. 15 and a half gone, and Essendon just cannot crack. Jim used the word organisation. That is really what it's all about. Cruiser's kick to the wing, no one can mark. Gleeson weighted down and he's got it, but his hand pass doesn't put Essendon in a very comfortable position. Now they are. Zaharakis sweeps it inside to Goddard. Low ball. Hooker one out, but caught in a wrestling match. Looking at the umpire, there's no free kick. It's all Carlton. Jones mops it up, gives to Doherty, running out of the southern back pocket and in space.
He's gone high to a contest. Southern side, Simpson the only target. Ball knocked away. Front of the pack that time then was Howlett. Handball came out. That time from Watson to Collier, 55 out over the top of the green. He's against the boundary line, 35 out. Kept it low, vacant. Goal square. Oh, it's hit the post. On the half volley, hit the padding. And one behind results. 8-16-64 the Bombers. 11-9-75 the Blues. Don scoreboard. And they might have got 2 goals in front, Carlton, but it just for the moment looks like Essendon looks the more composed, even though they trail. They go short on the kick in the Blues. Gibbs can go short again. And the wonderful servant of the club. And it almost degrades him a bit, Tim. But Kate Simpson, what a fantastic player he's been. The half-back he goes. Bokus, they've got support, running to receive. Murphy, handball to Lamb. He can turn around or go backwards, decides the ladder. Gets to March, bank to Gibbs. They're going to slow play it yet again. Petreski-Seaton, southern side, not quite at the wing, has got it for the Blues. 17 minutes gone, final quarter. Carlton lead by 11 points, and they're going ultra short and slow as they knock it round, concede 30 metres. Liam Jones got it in defensive 50 for Carlton.
Yeah, speed of passage of the ball is not something they really bother about. As they come clear, Wietering off half-back, 3 bounces, looking to draw the tackler, and eventually he does, and gives by hand to Plowman, who kicks beyond the wing right, with Gleeson hard up against him. Wright just palms the ball down in such a way that it can only go out of bounds. There'll be a throw in between wing and half forward for the Blues, who lead by 11 points at the 17.5 minute mark. The crowd posted at 58,562. It looked as though they'd see a blowout as Essendon dominated the first quarter, but it's all changed. Carlton advanced, but Bagley's in the way. Took a tackle, had to get rid of it. To Gleeson, to Parrish. Can't shake the tacklers. To Zaharakis, to Bagley. Back to Parrish. To Danaher, to Parrish. A quick kick forward. Means Hooker has to go the spoil. Heppel tries to prize it on. Eventually gets a hand pass out. Watson gives to Howlett. No one to give it to by hand. So he's forced backwards with a kick to Myers. Hand pass to Hurley. Essendon just can't advance. Carlton have them cornered. Now the Bombers are a chance. Zaharakis out of the middle, runs forward, has a bounce and delivers to Hooker. 40 out, straight in front.
Just a deft touch by McKenna in the middle of the ground there. He just tapped the ball back over. It looked like Carlton were going to regain possession. Tapped it over his head, back into the centre corridor. And then Essendon were able to go forward, set up the shot at goal.
Well, this is the moment, really.
1 goal, 3 for the day, Tim.
19 minutes gone. They are 11 points down. A goal here and, well, all bets are off. He comes in from 49, low, flat, hit the post again. Second time I think he's done it in about 5 minutes. 1-4. I had him at 1-4, but...
For Canterbury Timber Windows, he and Josh Green, Tim, 2 goals, 8 between them. 8-17-65, the Bombers trail Carlton 11-9-75. Don's footy, Frank scoreboard. Dash from Doherty to halfback. Casbolt the target. Bell-Chambers knocks it back. At halfback, Young Fisher's got to be good. Shrugged the tackle, got a little handball away to Doherty. Left foot kick, looks for the boundary line. Hartley, Essendon got back, takes it on the wing. 20 minutes gone, plays on to centre forward. Bombers free everywhere. Zaharakis has got it 60 metres out. He waits for someone to present. Not much doing, so he's going to short play it bravely in the hole. That time Simpson coming through Wiedering. Handball shark by Green. Round the body he goes. Ball knocked away. Tip and Woody, yes! From 2 tackles and goals! Pancake parlour goal of the day.
Lovely.
And Essendon get it back within 4 points. 9-17-71. Trailing the Blues 11-9-75. Anthony McDonald tipping Woody has his second goal of the afternoon. Lee Matthews on 3RW football.
One of the things we've seen many times this year is the teams overcoming that 2 or 3 goal lead late in the game because the team in front tends to go a bit lead protection. Carlton tend to play that way, so maybe they're more attuned to playing a slow game of footy, but clearly it's with only half a kick in it. They know it's a long way to go. It's only 20 minutes on the clock. Essendon had a lot more scoring shots clearly, but Carlton have to kick another goal or two, one would think.
6 minutes 16 to go. Ray White countdown clock.
Perfect bounce by umpire Meredith. Brave stuff for Carlton by Pickett, who went surging at the ball off the backside to try and crack Essendon open. He just couldn't quite go all the way. Pack forms ball up. Almost back where it started. Cruz of the tap. Stolen for the Bombers by young Parrish. Quick kick. And McDonald tip and Woody marks it. Just forward of the centre circle. He looks for the right man in the right moment. And their name is Hooker. 40 out. Almost directly in front. 1 goal, 4 for the day. He's lining them up to give Essendon the lead, approaching the 22-minute mark.
Just a slight block off the footy. That's all it needs for Hooker to get the few metres start.
Doesn't spend too much time setting up. Comes in and having missed twice on the left side with the hook, he now misses on the right. And it's a behind. The Blues lead by 3 points, 75-72.
To my eyes, it's Carlton hanging on now. Essendon just seem to have the footy and Carlton get it above. And in fact, Tip and Woody knocks down the Doherty kick in, goes against the point post. They get another stop. It's my point, Jim. I don't reckon Carlton get it forward to centre at the moment.
No, not at all. Sometimes you wonder why players kick it to themselves in that situation. If you're only going to run directly to the point post, just kick it out from the full-back square.
When McDonald, Tip and Woody's the guy on the mark, you know you're going to be under pressure once you play on.
Carlton by 3 points. Essendon have it in their forward pocket. Murphy at the feet of the pack. Won it defensively. Gave to Kerridge. 60-metre kick away. Oh, great Carlton pack mark. Robot building supplies. Grab. Well done, Levi Casbolt. Right in front of the 3RW and Relays commentary box. Sees a man 30 up the ground. Goes there safely. And Matthew Wright's got it for the Blues. 22 minutes gone, final quarter. Don's footy, Frank scoreboard. Carlton 75, Essendon 72.
All on the line here for the Bombers. Wright kicks high in towards the 50 as almost an Essendon mark to Bell-Chambers. Spilling ball with Myers, but he's wrapped up. And there will be a ball up outside Carlton's 50 by 4 or 5 paces. If the Blues can kick one more, well, it's hard to see the Bombers doing it. Umpire Merida throws it up. Bellchambers brought it to Collier. He needed to be really clean, and he wasn't quite clean enough. Zaharakis a chance near the boundary. Keeps it alive to Heppel, who just tried to bring it to a teammate. Blues steal it. Murphy to right from on the boundary. Kicks to full forward. Two of them up. No one marked for the Bombers. Spillage with McKenna. Quick kick. Oh, he missed his target, but he hit a second one. That was Howlett. Hand pass to Merritt. Takes off through the corridor. Sees Heppel out near the members' wing. Gives to him. The skipper pokes it forward to Watson. The veteran sees an open 50 up ahead. Takes his time. Now he kicks poorly, short, and chopped off for Carlton by Doherty.
4 minutes of playing time left. Carlton by 3 points. The Blues have got it, but in the back pocket. And Simpson no one to go to. So Essendon are going to force them to short play it. The kick stays in the field of play only just. Kerridge now has to kick to a contest on the wing. Bouncer loots both the first two sets of players. Essendon have got the numbers back there on the Yarra Valley Toyota replay sign. Gleeson picks it up on the wing. Goes on. Hooker again's got it. Another contested mark, this time 45 out for Cale Hooker.
It's like the first quarter when Hooker and Danaher, their contested marking of the forward 50 had Carlton really off the bit, and all of a sudden Hooker's the one who's reinvented that late.
They trail by 3 points. Can Hooker put the Bombers in front? This is better. That's much better, and they're in front. To the Cale Hooker, 3 minutes of playing time left. Essendon regains the lead, 10-18-78 to Carlton, 11-9-75. All for Don Footy Franks. Here is Jimmy Bartell.
Well, he was getting him there in ones early. Last set shot, Hurley came down all the way from centre half back and just said to Hooker, can you kick through the ball? He actually drove right through that time, flushed it. But as Lee said, the big bodies of Essendon up forward, they're willing to kick it to him a lot more often in this quarter. Go longer to a contest.
25 minutes gone. The Bombers by 3 points. Umpire Hay wanting his best bounce, and it's a beauty. Bellchambers beaten by Cruiser. He's kicked over, smothered by Zaharakis. McDonald, Tippengoody, shot out a hand pass, stolen by Petrevski-Seaton. Quick kick in towards the 50. Cruiser arrives like a tractor. His hand pass is smothered. Bombers ball. Zaharakis bangs it back out through the middle. Danaher weighted down and then fumbled. Picked up for Carlton by Wiedering to Marchbank. Now to Simpson from behind the centre. He places it wide, very wide. Murphy versus Goddard. They wearily see it over for a throw-in between wing and half forward for the Blues. As 58,500 roar themselves hoarse.
Essendon by 3 points, Tim. Ray White countdown clock, 2.5 minutes of playing time left. The ball's thrown in Carlton's attacking half, but it's only narrow. Cruiser flips it out the back. Gibbs there, handball over the top to Simpson. Regains his composure. The kick to Casbolt, he's got it in front of Hartley.
You want a test, Tone? Here's the test for him.
Well,
can't get the pressure much more than this.
No. It's a tight enough angle, but it's not too bad.
I won't say pressure, so your technique gets tested by pressure. Well, there's a lot of pressure on Casbolt. He's hard to be pumping.
Here we go quickly. Jim, yes or no?
Yes.
Lee?
Yeah, I'm going yes. He's been pretty good with his accuracy lately.
So Casbolt to put the Blues back in front from 35 slide angle. No.
Yes, he kicks a point.
11-10-76 the Blues. Essendon 10-18-78. Don Footy Frank scoreboard. Officially now Essendon's to lose. Hurley can go short on the kick in. And it's not as if the jocks rode up on me then, but all the world looked like Fisher was going to intercept and have a shot. The result is Ambrose has got the footy for the Bombers. Timmy goes long, the ball basically on the wing.
Yeah, won't quite reach the midpoint. Murphy crumbs it brilliantly. Hand pass in front of Gibbs. Too far in front. Taken by McKenna. Tackled. Little hand pass. Throw it in, says umpire Hay.
I reckon if the umpire in our view, he would have pinged him for the hand pass out of bounds, but a lot of bodies might have been in between the umpire and that instant.
Tim, the clock has stopped. A minute 24, Ray White countdown clock. Carlton have it at half forward, trail by 2 points.
Season on the line here for the Bombers. Cruises the tap, but straight to Heppel, who bangs it back to the wing. Marchbank almost marked it. Spillage picked up for the Bombers by Stewart. He's got McDonald, Tippenwoody streaming down the ground. He runs to within 30. with just over a minute left.
No, you described it really well. That's exactly what happened. Isn't it just doesn't send a chill down your spine when that collective roar from the Essendon crowd when they saw Tim and Woody 50-metre mark, no one around, as long as he could run his 30 metres kick accurately, and geez, up the crowd went.
Oh,
gee, that's a moment.
And I don't mind saying this, Lee. Mum has worked another miracle with 4-day-old vegetables. This is fantastic, this finish.
Dre Cabbage has never toasted better, Tone.
8 points the Bombers lead by. Now, is there a bounce going to be recalled? There is. There is 1 minute exactly on the clock. Carlton trail by 8 points. Ball's tossed up. Cruiser. Bell Chambers. Heppel's got it. Handball over the top. Green. Bravely. Fly to the ball. Went with it. Lost it. Armfield. Little toe poke out wide. Time getting away from the Blues. Essendon with numbers. Stewart broke a tackle. Lost it. He got rid of the ball illegally. Picked up by Murphy. The pass is on. It's effective. But now it's going to be on Lamb to try and roar it in from 50. He's gone short and wide. Not sure that's the play. Simpson can't get there. Bell Chambers tries to close it up. 40 out from Carlton's goal. We get a stoppage. But more importantly, more time goes off the clock. Essendon 84, Carlton 76. When it's tossed up, Tim, it's 40 out from the Blues goal. I think time's going to beat them.
Port Adelaide showed last week what's possible, but Essendon have got the footy. Heppel clears to the centre line. Fisted back 20 metres Carlton's way. Pack around the footy. Liam Jones has got it. Gives to Kerridge on the backside. Swinging kick into the 50. But in the way is the reassuring figure of Michael Hurley, who takes the mark for the Bombers at half-back. He bombs it out towards the members' wing. Wietering arrives for the Blues and marks it. He kicks forward. The Bombers win by the skin of their teeth. A near-death experience. They're still in the race. They beat one of their arch rivals by 8 points at the MCG. Essendon 11-18-84, Carlton 11-10-76. At one stage the Bombers led 5 goals to 1. At one stage they looked like losing, but they found a way. 3 goals each to Danaher and McDonald, Tip and Goody, and a couple to Hooker. For the Blues, Matthew Wright the only multiple with 3. 58,500 here, the Bombers by 8 points.